All right, how's it going, guys? Real quick, my name is Mike Gutschmidt, and I want to thank you, personally thank you for coming on here tonight. You could be doing a lot of other things on a Thursday evening, but you decided to check this out, whether you're doing someone a favor just by kind of supporting them and seeing what they have going on, or you're really, ready to, take the next step, or, you're curious about, the more other potential in life, essentially. Maybe not following that traditional 9-to-5 job, not having a boss, kind of entrepreneurship. That's what we're working with here. And maybe that, spikes your interest, and that's why you're checking this out. So, definitely give yourself a pat on the back for checking this out tonight. So real quick, my name is Mike Gutschmidt. Like I said, I'm 22 years old. I'm originally from a small town in Iowa of like 2,000 people, something like that. I joined the military, the Marine Corps, in 2011. And then I moved to California in March of 2014. 2 months later, I ran into this guy named Pat Comer. He's my personal mentor. And he introduced me to this concept, or this community of people called the Alliance. And what the Alliance is, it's a community of entrepreneurs who are empowering others to, start their own businesses, to go out there and kind of make it, to, be self-employed and just do their own thing, essentially. We're kind of going against the grain of that traditional 9-to-5, that traditional having a boss, retiring after 40 years, with a 401k or Social Security, which isn't going to be around, right? So we're going against the grain. We're doing something different. With the change of the ages, the change of, from the industrial age to the information age, we're doing something different. And a big portion of the Alliance is we partnered with this company called Vemma. So Vemma, maybe you've heard of it. It's a health and wellness company. It's also a network marketing company. Maybe you've heard of that. And what network marketing companies do is they take the money that they would be spending on traditional advertisement and retail, like, TV ads, billboards, magazines, et cetera, et cetera. Like Red Bull, they spent $1 billion last year on traditional advertisement. And people are, we're paying money for TiVo, which skips the commercials that these companies pay a lot of money for us to watch. Or on YouTube, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, skip, right? So, people aren't paying attention to billboards. And, I can't remember the last billboard I looked at. We're not paying attention to these things as much as we used to. But if your buddy comes up to you and he tells you to maybe go check out that awesome movie, or if he tells you to go check out that awesome product or this brand new vacuum, it's really good, or whatever it is, you're more likely to check that out than if you see it on TV, right? So word of mouth advertisement is more efficient or more effective than traditional advertisement in the first place. Now, when Red Bull spent all that money to put up the billboards and the magazines and the ads and everything, they weren't creating a whole lot of jobs. Maybe the guy, the guys putting up the billboards, or the guys creating the, the magazine article or whatever, but they weren't really kind of, helping the economy out by doing that. And these network marketing companies, however, they create tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of jobs every year. And not only a job, but you fill out your W-9, so you're an entrepreneur, you're a small business owner. So everything you do is a tax write-off, and you just got this potential to kind of go out there and do something huge. Vemma, they take half of their revenue every year, and they pay it to people just like, myself, or the person that invited you on here tonight. So they cleared $200 million, so they paid over $100 million to, their affiliates. There's no cap to your income. I can pretty much write my own check. I just have to go out there and get it. Whereas in a traditional job, maybe working at Red Bull, you're working in their, their marketing or their, their corporate office. There's a pie, and you've got a little chunk of it. And to get a bigger chunk, someone has to get cut out. Someone has to get fired. You have to take their job. It's very cutthroat. If Red Bull was to, suffer from the recession that we're having, I don't know if they did. If they were to, go down in revenue or whatever, they'd probably lay people off. People are very, very expendable. They say that companies only pay you enough so that you won't quit, and you only work hard enough so that they won't fire you. The vast majority of people, at least. If you want to go get promoted and work a 9-to-5, great. Do that. There's nothing wrong with that. We're just excited about taking a different route that offers, kind of financial freedom and, time freedom. And the way that we do that is through this thing called residual income. So if you're working at McDonald's and you go to work and you flip a burger, you're going to get paid. If you don't flip a burger, you're not going to get paid, right? That's traditional income. Now, residual income is where maybe you own a house or a property and you rent it out. Every month, you're going to receive a check without you having to lift a finger, right? That's residual income. And Vemma or network marketing companies do the same. So what you do is you create a community or an organization of people, a network of people that they sell, they market, they distribute, they consume, and they do word of mouth advertising to their peers, their friends, people they meet, whatever. They're getting the buzz out on these products. And I'm definitely going to touch on the products here in a second, because these types of products you don't find on shelves, because two things. If someone sees it, they're like, oh, I've never heard that before, and they're not going to pick it up. And B, because it's such a phenomenal product that kind of putting it in retail and, putting it on advertisements would water it down. It wouldn't be as, it wouldn't give it the credit that it really deserves. So, you create these networks of people, and there's this thing called profit sharing going on. So everyone has two teams, right? And one team, if someone makes a sale, recruits someone, everyone receives an equal amount of points, and then those points eventually turn into income, right? An equal amount. So I benefit people in my business just as much as they benefit me. For those of you who might be thinking this is some sort of pyramid thing run, right? Don't worry. If you can find a way that this is an illegitimate business in any way, or a sharky business, or kind of like a scam, please let me know. I'll give you my cell phone number at the end of this, because I've been looking for 9 months since I've been involved, and all I've seen is very, very positive, beneficial things. Maybe people are skeptical because they had a buddy who tried that and it didn't work, right? Or pretty much that's it. They had a buddy they heard about a guy who tried it and it didn't work. Well, two things. There's two reasons why you won't succeed in this business. Either you've got bad mentorship, you've got a bad team, you've got a bad sponsor. Someone who's like, yeah, bro, sell these energy drinks, we're gonna be rich, right? That guy's probably not. If someone ever comes up to you and tells you that, do not go with him. Do not listen to what he's saying, right? Or the second thing is, it's very easy to quit, right? If you go to a job and if you don't show up, you get fired, right? Or in this business, if you decide to sleep in when you should be doing something else, you decide to not pick up the phone when you should, or you decide to not talk to that person when you should, you don't get fired. You just might not get paid as much, right? So it's very easy to be lazy. It's very easy to be, quit and get discouraged, because you're going to lose a little bit of your social, your profile, because people are going to doubt you, right? And maybe they're not doubting you because they don't like you. They're more likely doubting you because they care about you and they don't want to see you get hurt. But you just have to know in your head that you're going to the top and nothing's going to stop you, right? So Apple, when they started out a couple years later, they were doing good. They were 30% above margin, right? Then the next year they came out with the iPod, the original iPod, and they went a -30, so a 30% deficit. That's -60, right? From 30% positive to -30. The next year they were still in the negative. So just even phenomenal companies like Apple, who are we're soaring right now, they had ups and downs. There's no business in the history of ever that's just gone up, right? So you're running your own small business when you get started with the Alliance or Vemma, and you have to expect ups and downs, right? But in the end, if you stay consistent and you put in the right work, you follow the system, you're going to eventually be going in an upward upward direction, right? So that's what you need to get excited about. And I got excited about the fact that people have done this already. The path was already paved for me. I didn't have to recreate the wheel. I didn't have to learn how to, or kind of make up how to do everything. I just had to follow the people that were already doing it, the people that already had the results that I wanted. So my mentor, Pat, he's 24 years old. He made $250,000 last year with Vemma, and he's essentially, financially free, and he's got time freedom. He can sleep in if he wants. Obviously, he still needs to go out there and grind just like anyone, but he's a really, he doesn't have a boss, no one to report to. So essentially, he has the results. He has the things that I want in life, right? And there's other people, in our business, in our teams, in our community that have the things that I want, so I'm following them. You're a byproduct of your 4 best friends. So if you have 4 friends that are broke, you're probably going to be the 5th, right? So if you're following people or hanging out with people who have what you want, indefinitely, you're going to have the results that they have if you do the things that they do, right? If you are an ambitious sower, if you have good seed, inevitably, so not possibly, not maybe, but inevitably, that means it is going to happen with the right amount of time. Inevitably, you will find fertile ground. Right? That's a quote from Jim Rohn. So what we do is we study a lot of successful people, and he said that quote. So we're all ambitious sowers, right? We're all entrepreneurs. We're go-getters. We're going against the grain. We're ready for life's challenges, right? So we're ambitious sowers. We've got a phenomenal seed, which I'm going to touch on here in a minute. Our Vemma, Verve, Body line, our products are absolutely phenomenal, guys. I'm going to touch on that here in a second. And so we've got the hard work. We've got the good seed. Inevitably, we will find fertile ground. We will. Whether that's a week, a month, a year, 2 years, etc., you're going to find fertile ground. You're going to build a large network. You're going to help a lot of people's lives. Pat has changed over 10,000 people's lives directly, probably more than that, indirectly and directly and indirectly. Directly, me. He talks to me, you know, we talk on the regular, like he's directly touched my life. My life has changed from this path to this path indefinitely. They say there's like 5 to 10 decisions that you make in your life or events that happen in your life that completely alter the path that you go on, right? You know, joining the military is one, getting that job, going to school, getting married, you know, some very large decisions, right? And me deciding to check out what Pat had going on and get started with the Alliance and Vemma was one of those decisions, guys. And that can be for you as well. And it can be a positive thing for you or it can be a negative thing. But really, that depends on you. You are the defining factor. You are the X factor. The system is there. The products are there. The compensation plan is absolutely phenomenal. Everything's laid out for you. You just have to go and obtain it. And what you have to do is you have to get over the fact that people are going to doubt you. People are going to, you know, say that doesn't work. People are going to say that you can't make that happen. I've had people that try. Only 3%. Only 3% make it, right? Well, guess what, guys? Only 3% of the population in the world is financially free. Only 3% of the population in the world is free. No one, no one can tell them what to do. They are just free, guys. That's 300 million out of 7 billion people. And, you know, if you want to be successful in any industry, not just Vemma, because, I mean, if you want to just, you know, do all right in Vemma and create a secondary part-time income, that's phenomenal. That is okay. A lot more people make, you know, $600 or $1,000 a month part-time than, you know, they make the big bucks, right? But I expect, and I don't expect anything less than to make this a living and to make myself financially and have time freedom, right? And you have to expect the same if you want the same results. If you just want a secondary part-time income, there's nothing wrong with that. You can get a good residual, 500, 600,000, or whatever you want, essentially whatever you're willing to work for, coming in every month. But if you want to really make it, you got to be a part of the 3%. I mean, in any industry, if you really want to make it in any industry, you have to be a part of the 3%. That means obtain 3% habits, 3% of the population's habits. You know, you have to get allergic to average, guys. If you see someone doing something, you should probably do it either 10 times better or not do it at all. Video games, TV, drinking. I mean, trust me, I drink on occasion, but when I have something to celebrate. Whereas people just drink on the weekends to kind of get numb and to forget about their unfortunate, work or their bills or whatever. You know, the heart attack rate goes up by 30% on Mondays, guys. People just dread going to work. People get a glimmer of hope on Wednesday because hump day and Friday's coming up. It's like, it doesn't have to be that way. It really doesn't. You don't have to do something that you hate. You don't. Gary Vaynerchuk, he's a really successful entrepreneur, and he says you don't have to do something that you hate. Promise me you won't. Go find something that you love doing and do that. You can be the best dirt bike racer. You can be the best painter. You can be the best anything. You just have to go do it. Now, the thing about those industries is there's just an even smaller percentage of people that make it, whereas in network marketing companies, it's the second highest paying industry in the world. So we've got more six-figure income earners and millionaires than any other industry besides professional athletes. I like sports, but I'm definitely not going to ever become a professional, football player, soccer player, right? So I'm going to choose the second best, affiliate marketing, right? The highest odds of being successful in life. And I'm not all just talking about money. I'm not just talking about paychecks and things like that because, money's not everything, but it's up there with oxygen. You can pay the bills and you can change more people's lives with money, right? So my goal or, anyone's goal when you work with a company like this is to change people's lives. You have to give people or help the other people get what they want for you to get what you want. It is literally impossible for me or anyone in this business to be successful if we don't help others do the same. That's crazy, right? They trick us to making other people successful. That's it. You're like, you join a business and people see you as you join corporate America and people see you as competition. They kind of undercut you or just very sharkish in the traditional world, right? Even as a mechanic or anything, jobs are scarce. People are like very cutthroat, right? Very political. In this business, guys, it's all about reaching down to the newest person and helping them be as successful as you are. That's crazy that people don't do that. It's completely switched how people think, work and make money nowadays. Like, you have to help that newest person be where you're at or you're not going to continue to grow. That's insane. If the water rises, so do all the boats, guys. And I just got so excited about that. Being able to get in front of people and motivate them. I just visualize myself being on stage in front of thousands of people and changing someone's life that I don't even know exists, right? Like that's so, maybe he'll remember me forever. Like that is so monumental, guys. The highest paying job in the world is being a speaker or being able to influence people. Hitler, the president, Martin Luther King, whoever, or maybe not the most highest paying job, but just the best job out there. You can just accomplish the most. Okay. And I just, got so excited about this concept, guys. I got fired up, and I've been on board since May of last year. And there's just never been, people come out with some objections like this, that, and especially when I first got started, I didn't know how to handle it. Someone told me, "Ooh, that's a pyramid scheme." I was like, "Ooh, what's a pyramid scheme?" I didn't know. And I called Pat. I was like, "Oh, yeah, what's a pyramid scheme?" And he explained it to me, and he assured me, or explained how Vemma is different, right? How it just doesn't work that way. The financial system doesn't work that way. The products, the mentorship, it just doesn't. You know what I mean? And I can go further into depth if you'd like, but that's, get back with the person that brought you here, and they will. And another thing I got excited about, so I'm very big into health and wellness, right? My personal dream is to actually be a CrossFit athlete. I want to open my own gym and go out there and compete in the games, right? And I'm a Marine, so we work long hours. For any of you guys military out there, I know you know what I'm talking about, and you pretty much have to have energy drinks, right? You have to have something giving you that buzz, or you just won't make it. So, I used to religiously drink Monster, Red Bull, Rockstar, all these things, and I knew that they were bad for me. I knew that they were hindering me, from getting my, my next goal, my next rep or whatever, but I just had to have it. So when I got into Vemma, Pat told me we have this, an energy line, right? It's an acronym. It stands for vitamins, essential minerals, mangosteen, and aloe vera. And what it is, it's an anti-inflammatory, boosts your immune system, and kills free radical cells in your body. It is a massive antioxidant, way more than acai berries, blueberries, whatever. Mangosteen is a phenomenal fruit. After this, if you got a second, Google mangosteen and its nutritional effects. Vemma, we have all that in there. 12 vitamins, 65 minerals. The reason why we've got that ratio is because you can't absorb vitamins if you're mineral deficient, and vice versa. So if you're taking vitamin capsules, you're probably, peeing a lot of them out or not using a lot of them. And B, we're sponges, so we're able to absorb liquid 90 to 95%, whereas a pill capsule 20 to 30%. So you're really, all this stuff that's going in your body is you're obtaining it. And why I got so excited about that is because it's all organic, doesn't have preservatives, the vitamins, the minerals, everything. This is a phenomenal product. It's you don't see this on the market, right? And I just got, when I drink it, I'm like, man, I'm getting healthier right now. It's hard to kind of wrap my mind around because it tastes good. It's got 5 grams of natural cane sugar, which is just sugar before they refine it and bleach it. So it's a little bit healthier for you. And it's just wow, the stuff that's in here, it's just unreal. After that, they came out with the energy line. So I just made the switch. Instead of buying Monster, Red Bull, and the bad things, right? I just consume, Verve now, right? And the company pays me to consume them and pays me to tell people about it. Every 6 months, the company's going to give me a free shipment, which is crazy. You don't get that anywhere else. You can't go to Walmart, buy milk for a month, and get milk the 7th month for free, right? Another cool thing about Vemma is they partnered with Chris and Heidi Powell from Extreme Weight Loss Home Edition on ABC. They I don't know if you've heard of them. They help really, really overweight people lose a lot of weight. Well, they partnered with Vemma, and they created what we call our body line, BoDe, body, right? And what they did is they came out with a weight management, a protein, a sleep aid, all these things that are all organic. They've got the Vemma formula in them, and I got fired up about that. I love, going to the gym. So they've got one product that got thermogenics in it, natural thermogenics that helps you lose weight, and another one they just came out with, BodyBuild, which is our protein shake in a can. Unbelievable. My shaker cup, threw it away. Don't even need it anymore. Don't need to wash it. Don't need to pour the powder in there anymore. You get this 11-ounce can that's got 25 grams of protein. It's got 220 calories, which can be like a meal replacement or a post-workout. It's got BCAAs, CLAs, which are the essential amino acids. The product's unreal, and the most important thing is it tastes delicious. Every single one of our products tastes absolutely phenomenal. Now, when you consume it, it's not going to taste like the high fructose, high sugar, preservatives, energy drinks that we usually consume. So if you're expecting it to taste like Red Bull and Monster, you're wrong. But it's going to taste like a very sweet, organic, light drink. If you don't believe me, try it out. 30-day money back guarantee. If you hate it, cool, man. You know, I don't sweat over someone not liking our products. I don't sweat over someone not liking our industry, because there's a lot of controversy about network marketing, right? It's cool. We don't need any one person, but we want to add value to people. We want to tell you, hey, you can go do what you want to do. You don't have to work the rest of your life. The average age of retirement is like what, 70 plus years in America. Social Security is going out the window. The student loan debt's the #1 debt in America, guys. So if you're planning on getting a job, or going to college, getting a bachelor's and getting a job, it's just not working that way anymore. Bachelor's degrees don't mean as much. I know people that have bachelor's degrees that are applying at T-Mobile for $9 an hour. It's like, oh my goodness, like you just went tens of thousands of dollars in debt for an education that we're not really going to use, right? What people care about is field experience, right? Cool thing about Vemma and a lot of the leaders in Vemma is they don't have college degrees, guys. You don't have to be a genius to do this. You just have to stay consistent and follow the system. The system's laid out there, and you just have to be a consistent person. If you love TV and you love Xbox and you love all that stuff, trust me, I did as well, guys, you're going to have to make some sacrifices. Me even, like, I love the gym. I love going to the gym. It's like my favorite thing in the world. And I have to, sometimes I have to sacrifice a little bit of that. So I have to cut my workouts a little bit short to come here and kind of hustle and grind for my business, right? So I have to give up a little bit of the thing that I truly want in life, which is to be able to work out whenever I want, to obtain that thing by, grinding with Vemma, by applying more time in Vemma. Now it's part-time. I work from 5 in the morning till 5 in the afternoon. And, a couple hours a day. Some days I don't work at all. Weekends I, work for a few hours, whatever. I'll go to a convention, get on a few phone calls, whatever. And I've just built a secondary income that's going to sustain me for when I get out of the military, for my transition. So I've been working for 9 months. I've got 4 months left in the military. By the time I get out, I won't need another job. I'll be able to commit full time into this business, and then I'll just kind of be free. Well, free from a boss and free from an alarm clock and things like that. Of course, I'm going to work with this business forever because I want to help the people that are in my network, and of course, I want to always continue to strive and hit that next level, right? And then I can just use Vemma and the financial, and the income that I'm going to receive to really get what I want in life, which is to open my own CrossFit gym, guys. And so I think the most important thing in Vemma is you have to have a very strong desire, because like I said, it's easy to quit, right? You have to have a very powerful why, or dream is what we call it. So if a lot of guys, hear about Vemma, like, ooh, sounds too good to be true, which it's not, or they say, ooh, it sounds like a get-rich-quick scheme, and they're like, ooh, I'm gonna make money, I'm gonna get the girls, the Lambos, all that superficial stuff they see on rap TV or whatever, right? If that's your dream, if that's what you visualize every time you think about Vemma, you won't be successful, guys. Just give up now. You have to have something that almost makes you cry. The more powerful the why, the more powerful you're gonna be, guys. You have to, because when you wake up in the morning, at whatever time, you're going to be like, it's either you hit your alarm or hit your snooze and go back to sleep, or you wake up and the thing that's going to make the switch is your why. Is why are you waking up? And now is that to retire your mom? Is that to provide for your family and your kids and to be able to go to every single one of your kids' football games? Every single one, right? Have you ever thought about that? Like, you will never have to miss a game. You'll never have to miss a moment if you commit the full commitment into Vemma. So you can't just come into this and say, hey, I'm going to try it for a month or 6 months. It doesn't work like that. This thing is a commitment, a 1 to 5 year commitment. But if you commit those years, you're going to see some real results, guys. It's not, maybe 1 month will be good, the next month will be bad, and then you'll quit. That's what happens to some people. But that third month, if they had just gone 1 more month, they would have caught momentum, right? And they would have changed people's lives, and they would have kind of helped themselves get to where they wanted to be. Everything's there for you already. You just have to apply it. And I think it scares people because it's different. You know what I mean? And most people are kind of scared of talking to people and getting turned down, right? We're all scared of that. But the cave that you fear most, right? So the thing that you fear most in life holds the treasure you seek. Right? It's a crazy quote. So, that dark, scary cave, which is talking to people, or which is waking up early in the morning, or whatever the case may be, right? Holds the treasure you seek. Most people want to be comfortable. They don't want to go into that cave. So they go to college, all right, they party a lot, don't really study, they get all right grades. They go super far in debt. They, are making minimum wage the whole time. Finally, they get their bachelor's degree, and they're like, crap, what do I do now? Hello, world. I'm $60,000 in debt. I've got no prospects for a job. I'm just gonna go apply at T-Mobile or this job or that job, and hopefully I get it later on. That's what people are hoping for. Like 50% or 70% kids that graduated SDSU, San Diego State, last year didn't have a job lined up, guys. They just came out of the school and they're like, oh, like what now? You know what I mean? Because it's not about what you know, because everyone's good at something, right? Like there are people that just do some phenomenal stuff. Like if you see like people work, they can just do some really fine detail, like just some really cool stuff. People are very good at that. So it's not that we don't have the skill set, so we don't have the network. It's not about what you know, it's about who you know. And in Vemma and the Alliance, guys, you get extremely well networked into this business. There's a ton of people out there that are, Vemma's their main, their golden goose or whatever, but they've got other prospects. They're doing other things with their life, right? And you want to network into a group of people that can benefit you in other ways as well. You know what I mean? And you kind of have to pay your dues. You have to be a baller. You have to be a stud. You have to, help them get what they want. You're going to get what you want. It goes both ways. You know what I mean? I always tell Pat, I'm like, I'm going to make you rich, man. But he's already made me rich. Not financially. I'm not a rich person, but just like I've grown so much. I got started in May, 9 months ago, and I've like grown exponentially. He's helped me like build my belief, build my confidence, build my public speaking skills, my knowledge. Like I didn't even know affiliate marketing was a thing before, guys. I was limited. A lot of doors were closed for me. I didn't even know those doors existed. And Pat just like, whoa, put on some new glasses. It's actually called your paradigm, right? Your paradigm is how you view the world. So if you view the world as this very negative place, people are out to get you, bad things are bound to happen, you're going to attract that into your life. Your subconscious, what you fill your conscious mind with is what your subconscious mind attracts, right? That's crazy. It goes way farther into depth than this, but so you have to think positive thoughts. You have to make that paradigm switch into I expect to be successful. I don't want to be successful. I don't want to, do the next thing. I don't want that nice car. I don't want that awesome lifestyle. You expect it, okay? You have to expect it, all right? Your results are a byproduct of your expectations. Your conversations are a byproduct of your wants. See, we all talk about what we want. Yeah, man, I want to do this and this and this and this. It's like, cool, man. It's like, but what have you done? What do you have? Oh, I just want it. I don't want to like go out there and work for it. Like, well, come on, man. You got to work for it. You got to be hungry, guys. Bill Gates said that he didn't take a day off in his 20s. Richest man in the world, or was at one point, right? So he had this phenomenal work ethic, this like phenomenal grind, right? Not a day off in his 20s, guys. And I'm sure he didn't work, maybe he just like worked an hour for a day, but not a whole day off in his 20s. That's insane. So he had this phenomenal work ethic, and he had a little bit of luck, right? And my brother actually told me this. He's like, entrepreneurs or successful people are a little bit lucky, right? Yeah, you're right. He ran in, what was it? He ran into Apple and kind of took some of their software and ran with it, right? But he had the work ethic to do it. Now, we are all extremely lucky for two reasons. A, you're on this webinar right now hearing about what we have going on, and B, you're in America or some other country where you can check out the American webinar, right? You're not born in a third world country where you're kind of limited with your opportunity. You know what I mean? So it's not your fault if you're born, poor and broke, but it's your fault if you die poor and broke, right? And so we're giving you the opportunity to take charge of your life and go out there and benefit yourself and every single person that you touch. Every single person that I talk to, every single person that I reach out there and just tell them, hey, this is what I've going on. These are our products. I'm helping them without them even knowing. They think I'm trying to take advantage of them. They think that I'm kind of like Noah's Ark. You guys know about it. People are like, you're stupid, Noah. That's dumb. You're trying to blah, 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 blah. And then, they were like, wanted him after he got, the rains came or whatever, right? It's the same thing. I feel like I have like the gospel and I have to share it with people. A, food's bad. We're eating at McDonald's and these fast food joints where just the nutrition is not there, guys. We're not supplementing like we should. Young kids don't care about it. We're reactive about our health instead of proactive. So the nutrition is unbelievable, guys. Absolutely unbelievable. Read the back of this thing. Go to Vemma.com. Look at the nutritional facts. This isn't some hoax. The stuff they say in here is in here. We paid a lot of money to get our products clinically studied. Does Red Bull get their products clinically studied? You can view images of our plant where we make this stuff. It's clean. It's massive. Try and like look at, do a tour of Red Bull or Monsters or some of these companies like plants. I don't know if you'd be able to. They probably have like armed guards and barbed wire fences, guys. They don't want you to see what's going on behind the scenes. We need these products in our life. And then if you don't, want the product, if you, otherwise, like the financial standpoint, right? Everyone needs a little bit more money, right? Everyone wants to be a little bit more comfortable. How much would $500 to $1,000 a month change your life? Considerably, right? That would be a lot of bills. And we're telling you, you can do that part-time. You can hit that part-time, and that's going to be residual for you as long as you maintain it. Like, you know, it's like an airplane. So in order to get off the ground or a rocket ship, it takes a lot of energy, right? A whole lot. Like, you know, a lot of, you know, grinding and hustling and getting up there, right? But once you get up to altitude, wherever you want to be, if that's just that $500 to $1,000 range, you can kind of ease up on the acceleration and kind of coast a little. Of course, you have to apply pressure still. That means you still have to work a little bit, but less, right? Now, to go to the next level, what do you have to do? You have to grind again. You have to go, you know, you have to like get out there and get it. Massive push of effort, right? So that's what you got to do, guys. That's what you got to be prepared for, okay? It's easier to build fast than it is to build slow, okay? So just, you know, I'm real fired up about this, guys. I don't want to take up your entire night. I literally could probably talk all night. Like, when I get on this thing, it just fires me up because I really, truly believe that I'm adding value to people and changing people's lives. Whether they take advantage of it or not, you are absolutely 100% changing someone's life when you present them with this opportunity, because you're telling them pretty much you can do something that maybe you didn't know you could do. You know, you can go out there and make it in life. A lot of people, you can tell them, and they don't think they can make it. No one's ever told them they can be a millionaire. They can be successful. They can be free. So I told that to a guy the other day. I was like, you can be a millionaire. You know that? What are you talking about? It's like, wow, like he's kind of closed-minded. He was closed-minded about life before, and you know, just help them open their eyes, guys. It's like from darkness to light. We're the bridge. We just got to help people get across. Some people are going to look at it and they're like, man, I'm good. Keep walking. It's like, all right, cool, man. Well, I'll be here if you ever change your mind, but I'm just going to look for the people that want to be helped, that are excited and just ready for something else, guys. You can't say the right thing to the wrong person, and you cannot say the wrong thing to the right person. Now, Pat came up to me in a club in San Diego. I'm from a small town. Like, you know, I don't, you know, hang out with a bunch of people. I didn't have a lot of friends. It's a small town, right? And he comes up to me, he's like, what's up, man? What are you about? I was like, get away from me. I don't want to talk to you. I totally was, you know, put off. I was like very abrasive. I was like, get away from me, man. And he's like, no, dude, like, you got to check out what I have going on. And just from it, you know, like, he was very professional and very, you know, I was like, you know, I'm hungry for something else. I didn't know what it was, but I was ready. And so I went and checked it out, guys. But that's it for me, guys. You know, have a phenomenal Thursday evening. I hope I, you know, shed some light on maybe some of the concerns or thoughts you've been having. Thanks again for hopping on, guys, and take it easy.